Hello good people. So, on this occasion we will make a presentation via a short video about a journal. This journal was searched from Google with a www.rbcgam.com website. Entitled is Supply Chain Management in the Time of Covid-19. So from this journal title, we discuss about supply chain risk management under Covid-19. Okay, before we make a presentation, allow me to introduce our group members. First is Puspa Satya, second is Ria Paramita, third is Suci Laksmi, and last it's me, Sukma Dewi. So, let me start the presentation. And the first presenter is Ria Paramita.
I'm Ria Paramita. I will start the presentation regarding what is supply chain risk management. The quality and efficiency of a company's supply chain risk management is one factor of RBC Global Asset Management. Investment teams consider in their ESG integrations process. This includes considerations of issues such as workplace safety and labor standards, product safety and quality, environmental performance, regulatory reach, raw material sourcing, size and compositions of supply chains, and the locations of facility. Key practices that strengthen the resilience of a company's supply chain risk management are: the first is knowledge of supply chains, the second is diversification of supply chains, and the third is risk management practice. Okay, for the next presentation will be continued by Suci Laksmi.
Now, I want to explain you about how recent trends in supply chains management. In recent years, mounting competitive pressure and tighter margin have impelled companies to pursue a range of strategies to reduce costs and improve the efficiency of their supply chains. First is offshoring and outsourcing. Offshoring refers to the relocation of manufacturing and other activities to lower-cost countries. These countries often provide a lower cost of labor, cheaper utilities, fewer regulation, and less onerous tax regimes. Offshore activities may be owned by the company or outsourced to other companies through contract and subcontract. The second is multi-tier supply chains. Product supply chains often involve multiple industry, geographies, and supplier or subcontractors, resulting in complex and interconnected supply chains that are often opaque and difficult to untangle. Most companies are only able to identify their direct suppliers. The third is just-in-time delivery. To reduce the cost of holding and storing inventory, companies have utilized advanced technology and transportation network to fill customer orders just in time. To reduce the number of days inventory in held in stock requires the ability to accurately forecast demand and is highly dependent upon a rapid and responsive supply chains. The fourth is workplace condition. The combination of cost reduction, increased competition, offshoring and outsourcing has increased the social risk within supply chains. Violation of human rights, poor workplace health and safety, environmental contamination, and corruption are the increasing concern. That's all of my explanation. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Sukma Dewi, and now I will be the next presenter. Okay, since COVID-19 was first identified in late December 2019, borders have been closed and global travel has been suspended. Okay, where the impact of COVID is felt? The impact from COVID-19 is the first, supply shock. due to lockdowns and factory closure as well as the restriction affect the ability to source and distribute goods and services. The example, the halting of production in China reduced the output of many essential components for global supply chains. And the second is capacity limitation. As companies face both increased demand and reduced supply for some goods, depleting inventory and straining production capacity. The example is retail grocery stores typically carry 20 until 30 days of inventory, but have faced inventory shortages as demand for some food and consumer goods are surged by 500%. And the third is demand shocks are driven by lockdowns and changing consumer purchasing habits, which are exacerbated by supply shock and capacity limitation. And the example is a rapid and unexpected increase in demand for toilet paper has resulted in empty shelves as producers and retailers rush to restock. And the last is worker health and safety. It's of primary concern to companies and workers, lack of personal protective equipment, poor job security, lack of sick pay, and or access to health care all contribute to the current crisis. For the example is agriculture and food production depends on both temporary and foreign workers to manage the seasonal nature of the industry. Okay, the next is who get the impact. As we know all the time, coronavirus impacts at all sectors globally. Economic, political, social, tourism, and many others hit by the unpredictable accident. But something for sure, the company need to be agile. They are the one who get big impact by virus need to change their strategy mainly in supply chain management. Either the workflow, cost, or something else which previously doing by overseas are now restricted. Okay, the next presentation will be continuing with Puspa Satya. Thank you.
My name is Gusti Ayumade Puspasatya Dewi. Now I will explain about why supply chain risk management will change as a result of COVID-19. Companies are continually reviewing and revising their supply chain management practice to optimize performance. While the attention and focus is rightfully on managing the immediate needs of the current crisis, the COVID-19 pandemic has exposed vulnerabilities in global supply chains. Once the crisis has passed, this experience may lead companies to increase their focus on, first, digital solutions. Shifting workforce to working remotely, managing supplier relationships from a distance, and verifying data and contracts digitally is increasingly relevant. Second is supplier mapping and diversification. The extent of supply chain disruption that has occurred and will likely continue for some time has highlighted the importance of being able to identify suppliers, shift production to alternative locations, and onboard new suppliers as necessary. Third is supplier contracts. As suppliers struggle to meet contractual obligations due to lockdowns, mandate business closure, workforce shortages, and trade restrictions, terms of contract and liabilities are being closely scrutinized. And the last is workforce management. The ability of companies to navigate through this challenging time is closely tied to the quality of the time management and the effectiveness of their business continuity, risk management, and workforce management protocols. The coronavirus was identified firstly in Wuhan, the capital of central China's Hubei province, on December 31, 2019. The pandemic spread around the world until now. For more than 1 year, it gave huge impact to business globally, especially to global supply itself.
Okay, I think that's all our presentation. Thanks for your attention and goodbye.